Hey y'all, my name is Jazz. Today I am going to kind of go over what needs to be done inside my house and maybe talk a little bit about what I want to do outside come spring. So here we have kind of a very, very, very rough drawing of my house. It is not at all to scale. My garage is actually quite a bit larger than this and extends beyond the porch. This would be the front porch. This is the front raised bed that's up against the house. So anyway, super rough drawing. First off, the front room, the dining room, the kitchen, and this back bedroom, they're all really private spaces. That's my bedroom, and then these three areas is basically where we live. What needs to be done in the rest of the house? The garage needs to be severely emptied out. There's a lot of stuff that we've just thrown in there because we were waiting for a big trash day and then never got it out on big trash day. Stuff like that. It's mostly junk in there. I mean, there's a few things that are not junk, but most of it's junk. So we have that to clean out, and we will clean that out together. We have this front bedroom here. This is the original master. So originally this was my house right here. And then somewhere, I think in like the 70s or 80s, somebody added on this back part right here. So this was the original master. And then there's just one bathroom. There's a little closet right here. And then the second bedroom is where we're at right now. This that I turned into my studio. So this is even more piled with junk than this room was, because this room has been empty less long. So that needs to be cleaned out. Most of that can either be donated or thrown away. It's been in there for so long. For the most part, we don't need it. There's a few things we've thrown in there that we know are in there, but have never been able to find them. So it'd be nice to get rid of a bunch of stuff so we can actually locate the things that we do want. And of course, we still have a little bit of this closet space in this room over here, but we went through a lot of that already. Bathroom, although it needs a full remodel, honestly, the whole house needs a full remodel. But I don't have gutting money. Because honestly, if I could, I would just gut it all, level it, fix the plumbing, modernize the electrical, replace and modernize all the windows. Basically the whole shebang. I would take it down to the studs and start over. Honestly, if my husband had his druthers, we'd knock it down and start over. But we don't have knocking down and restarting over money either. So what we're going to do is kind of clean it up and do the best we can to, repaint where we can, replace things that we can. I have a little bit that my mom can help me with, because she and I own this house together, and she manages the finances for the house. It doesn't have a lot of money in savings, but a little bit. We can get a few things done here and there. Right now we're getting some of the plumbing fixed because we had a big freeze and burst some pipes. So I'm taking this opportunity to also get a few things fixed while we're at it. I'm going to get that back spigot fixed, so I'll actually have water in the back half of in the backyard. Yay. Because from that spigot, I could run a hose to the very back. So that's that for the outside for now. This is the fenced in yard where the dogs hang out. And this is that back spigot right here that we're replacing. Next would be this back room. I believe it was intended to be like a den or a rec room. That's why I think it was built in the 70s or 80s, because those were real popular back then. This is where I wanted originally to have my studio, but it needs a lot more work than this room does, or did. Well, really does, honestly. It needs a lot of repairs, and it needs a lot of work. And so that's why I started in here with my studio. I needed a place to film quicker than I could get this back room done. The laundry room, other than maybe a new coat of paint, patching some holes in some drywall, it really doesn't need a lot at all. It's in pretty good shape. My bathroom's in pretty good shape. It really doesn't need a lot of help. My closet's cleared out. There's really nothing to do in there either. Oddly enough, my bedroom closet, not anything in it at all, really. It could probably use a sweep. It's really, there's not much in it. I already cleaned it out. So I actually think most of it's in the front bedroom. I cleaned it out into the front bedroom.
Yeah, I cleaned it out to another space in the house.
To another space in the house, really, honestly, that's what I did. So, and if I had my dream, I would love to be able to square off the house entirely and have this be a whole other space. But if I think gutting my house is expensive, building a whole addition would be probably equally expensive. The kitchen, dining room, front room, they do need some deep cleaning, but that's not really something I'm going to share on the internet. So that'll be something we do on our own.
You talked about the garage?
Yeah, I did a little bit.
Explain that you want to.
Okay, after we clear it out, yeah, Eli's right. I need to explain a little bit more. So in the garage, we've got a very broken garage door. We have the hot water heater, and we have a very broken back door. So, and then this is the entrance from in between the house and the garage. We need to clear out everything that's trash and then organize and pack up the things that aren't. Because most of the stuff that's out in the garage that's not trash is keepsakes. It's stuff from when the kids were growing up. It's stuff from when I was a child, that kind of stuff. So most of that can be kept out there. I just need to make sure it's up off the floor. We do have some shelving and whatnot out there. So, but I would really like to turn it into a usable space. I would like to drywall it off and raise the floor. And again, we're getting into major remodeling, but I don't know, the future plans that we can do with it. But at the very least, I need to get it cleaned out and usable to some extent. We need to find a way, even if it's a cheap DIY temporary fix, to get everything in there up off the floor. It does flood because the outside doors are not very secure. Like I said, the front garage door is broken, and then there's holes where pretty sure possums broke into my house. And so they literally broke the door. And we've had to do what we could to shore it up, but with $30 and some plywood, there's only so much you can do to keep the water out. Oh yeah, and we really need to replace this back door. There used to be a really high threshold, so the last time we replaced the door, it had to be cut to fit. Well, after years of water damage and my dogs and the shifting of the house, that threshold fell apart. And now I have a big gap underneath that door where all kinds of stuff can come in and out as it pleases. I found possums. All kinds of wildlife can get in there because it's a pretty decent gap. And we do what we can to prevent, error and whatnot. I don't know how else to put that, but yeah, we do what we can, but we really need to replace that back door. I don't know. There's a lot that needs to be done, and we will slowly get it done. Even if it's save up $100 here and ask my mom for, few $100 there to do what we can to fix things. Sorry, I'm looking off over here because that's where Eli's standing. Yeah, that's basically it for the inside of the house that we need to do. We'll probably do that periodically throughout the summer, do some decluttering here, cleaning there. But summer is mostly going to be focused on growing our garden. So, on that note, hand me the seeds. So, right now, these are the seeds that I have. I'm going to sprinkle a few more Morning Glories out. These are the Morning Glories I saved from last year. I've got the loofah seeds that I saved from last year. These are the... Oh, they say they're Morning Glory too. What are these in? I think... Oh dear. Oh, okay, no. Okay, I guess these are both Morning Glory. This is what I thought one of them might be. Okay, the okra. From when I went out and picked that okra, I grabbed a few seed pods and grabbed the seeds off of them. So we're going to try to grow our own okra this year. And then we have a wide variety of other stuff that we can do. Old seeds. Most of these are really old seeds, so I'll probably leave them alone. But I've got multiple varieties of cucumbers. So I'm going to try to grow some basil, some more cucumbers, San Marzano tomatoes. I've heard they're very similar to Roma tomatoes, but maybe a bit bigger. I'm not exactly sure, but I've heard they're really good. So I am going to try those. I went to Dollar Tree and got some snap peas. Actually, that's where I got some of these cucumbers and the basil too. For Christmas, my mom gave me radish seeds, carrot seeds, habanero seeds, and these bush beans. So, for this. So I've got all these that my mom gave me for Christmas. Then, of course, I still have peppers left over from last year that we can try growing again. I try some lavender. I don't know. I had trouble with the lavender last year, but we can try it again. I do have still have a few of the loofah seeds that I never planted last year. So we have tons of loofahs to plant. Now, these are like, I don't even think. Yeah, there's actually still chocolate cherry tomatoes. I don't know. I may not do those. I don't know. Then, of course, rosemary, oregano, beets. I've been wanting to try... Oh, was it radishes? Okay, yeah. I also got beets because I remember liking pickled beets as a kid. So I'm going to try pickling some beets if I can get some to grow. Of course, I've got several spicy peppers. And I'll probably go to the garden center at some point before last frost and pick up some starts. Huh?
You almost said first frost.
Last frost is what first, oh, you're right. I had parsley. Now, see, some of my herbs I may just pick up starts if I can't get them to start growing. I also have some zucchini. We can try that again this year. I got vine borers last year, so... Yeah. I'm definitely doing the nematodes again. So, yeah, I have a lot of seeds I want to start. Maybe a bit ambitious, but we're going to give it a go. And I also want to try onions and potatoes, too. But I don't have any of that yet. So, we've got a lot to choose from. You guys have seen me put together my stuff out back. I've got another metal raised bed that I can put out back. And then I'll plant what I can up front. That will be, probably most of my herbs will go out front because they're more shade tolerant. Thank you so much for watching. I upload every week, so be sure to subscribe so you don't miss any of my videos. See y'all in the next one.